Hello there. This is one of my, if not the first foray into YouTube. So I'm going to have to get my list of things I'm talking about today because I can't remember them off the top of my head. But what I'm going to be talking about today is five reasons why you should explore and nurture your creativity, and what it can do for you. Now, for the past several years or so, I have been engaged in the endeavor of making my own clothes, as well as everything that entails, making designs, making artworks, and things like that, purely for passion and joy. And then over the course of that, trying to sell them at various locations and venues, and meeting other people and things like that. And so what I'm going to say is, the first way that it has helped me is definitely helped me grow the skill of patience, and also along with that, attention to detail. When you make your first t-shirt or anything, usually the stitches are terrible. You had the machine on the wrong settings, or the sleeves are too small, or something. I mean, this is a vest, so the sleeves aren't there, for example. If something, basically a lot of things are going to go wrong, and it's really going to test your patience. So I'm sure this would be the same thing with painting or any other writing, any other creative medium. So I would say expressing, practicing, and engaging in this creativity over time is number one, going to enhance your patience and also your attention to detail. You're going to notice things from your first, second to third drawing or whatever that you wouldn't have noticed at first. So that is kind of two in one. That's going to make point one for this video. Number two is, of course, it's going to boost your creativity. You're engaged in doing something creative, naturally you're going to over time increase your creative skill, whatever that means. I would say that comes along with problem solving. And as we all know, problem solving can help you in many different areas of life. But something that was really interesting for me was seeing how those problem solving skills do actually transfer across different creative mediums. um, for example, I found a weird crossover between, pattern cutting for making clothes and like woodworking. Sometimes I would even use the same measuring tools. If you've heard of like a builder's square, I mean, it's not, I don't have it to hand, but it's, basically a ruler with a right angle that they use a lot in woodworking. I ended up using a lot the same thing in pattern cutting because it helps to just, make those clear angles and things like that. Also, people who've done carpentry or woodwork would have probably heard the maxim, measure twice, cut once. Well, the same is definitely true when you're working with fabrics and making clothes and stuff like that. So I would say definitely, it's going to help your problem solving skills. Now also, with the problem solving is inherently creativity, because you're going to be thinking of creative ways to solve problems, creative solutions, and ways to do things differently, whether that might be exploring patterns, colors, and different fabrics. You might put two things together that in your head, you thought was going to look great, and it just doesn't work at all. And you have to try that and try and fail, importantly, to be able to eventually come to success with that. So yeah, uh, that's one thing I have to say, just to further wrap up that point. You have to troubleshoot, which is a term people know from computers and stuff. You're going to run into problems. You might have things like limited materials, so how can you creatively use different materials in different ways, or find materials in unexpected places. And I would think these kind of skills of the creativity and problem solving definitely transfer into all different areas of your life. So I would say they're overall very beneficial. Um, Number three for me, which is something I was terrible with, I'm going to talk about developing strong planning and also time management. Now, especially making things, it always takes longer than you thought it would, except sometimes when it really takes less time. But those are very rare cases. But usually it takes a lot longer than you would have thought. And that comes back to the problem solving, because inevitably you're going to come into problems. But yeah, for example, what I'm talking about with my experience making clothes, This involves planning every step from, sketching designs to cutting the pieces and assembling them, putting together, and then your finishings, your fastenings. And I would say overall this process strengthens your organizational and time management skills, and those are obviously invaluable in work and other personal projects all across your life. And I realized I should have been doing this all throughout the video, but now might be a time to show some things I've made. For example, this is a bomber jacket I made a while ago with some different details. I'm a fan of utility garments and stuff like that, so I like having lots of pockets here, different multi-zips, and adjustable pieces on here. I hope I'm doing the camera justice. Something else, I've made a range of bags and things before, so these are just like little pouches made up with my scrap pieces I had before, with zip. You can put your like phone wallet keys in there, and that was another small project. Got a lot of these bags actually. And here's another jacket. This one is really nice. I'm quite proud of this one, made with some really nice Italian fabric. And obviously, for example, coming back to that problem solving, I didn't have enough fabric to make it all in one color, so I picked two that go together. It's got lots of pockets and things like that, also fully lined with a nice satin lining on the inside there. But believe you me, there was a lot of problem solving that went into making something like that. So yeah, and it took a lot of time, but these obviously were not my first projects. I've made quite a few things, and with careful planning and time management, you can get it done. I would say, coming now onto number 4, this creative endeavor or whatever you choose to do is going to foster you some financial awareness. And by that, what I specifically mean is, you're going to have to source your own materials. You're going to have to budget for your supplies and calculate what these costs are going to be. And in doing so, you'll naturally develop a better understanding of managing finances. And this is something like I still struggle with, to be completely honest. Budgeting for studio space if you need it, your machinery, all your different trimmings, things like that has taught me a huge amount. And then you end up looking for deals, thinking about ways you can cut costs, and these skills are naturally transferable into all different areas of your life. So I would say definitely it helps you to foster some kind of financial awareness, and that's going to be number 4. And coming up now to number 5, wrapping up this 5 points that creativity, and in my case fashion design, has helped me build skills, is building confidence and self-reliance. So at first you're gonna not believe in yourself at all, and over time you're gonna learn, grow your skills, and eventually you'll believe in yourself. You have that self-confidence that you can achieve what you want to achieve and reach your goals. And so yeah, successfully creating wearable things from scratch for me has definitely instilled a sense of accomplishment. This boosts your confidence in taking on new challenges and creating things that you wouldn't have felt you were able to create at the start of your journey. And this would naturally enhance your self-reliance, which is another thing that's beneficial in all different areas of your life. So I would say, yeah, making your own things, whatever it may be, is definitely going to help to build your own self-confidence and subsequently your self-reliance, because you made it yourself. And if you can do this, then what else can you do? And you're going to push yourself, you're going to grow, take on new challenges. And yeah, so this was my first foray into YouTube. Let me know how I did, how I could improve. I'm kind of just speaking off the cuff here. I don't plan on edit it. I just want it to be a stream of consciousness. Just got a couple notes of what I wanted to talk about. And yeah, so to wrap it up, that is 5 ways that creativity has helped me enhance different skills. What do you think? Do you have any stories yourself of creativity helping you? And yeah, that's it. I've been Daniel, and take care.